There's so much bullshit out there on how to cook a good steak. This is how you do it. That is exceptional. It just falls apart in your hands. Look at that. I'm sorry, it's so good. This is the definitive 9 steps to cook the perfect T-bone steak. First tip is, to get the perfect steak, you've got to get it from your butcher, because the ones from the supermarket, they're like maybe a finger thick. You're never going to get the cook on the outside and the rareness on the inside. It's just not possible. Get them to cut it 2 fingers thick. Tip 2 is that you've got to salt the steak 30 minutes before you cook it, and you've got to salt it generously. Third tip is pepper. You do not use pepper at this stage. You never put pepper onto a steak that you're gonna do on a griddle or on a barbecue. You just do not put it. Why? Because pepper is a spice and it will burn. You put it on if you want it at the end. Tip 4 is you've got to get your barbecue or your griddle as hot as you possibly can. You want it searingly hot so you can get a beautiful caramelized skin on the outside. So barbecue's ready. We've got our charcoal that's glowing and got the ash on it, so we're ready to rock, right? What's important here is that you get all your mise en place ready before you whack it on the grill. So I've got some additional salt if I need it. I've got an implement to move it around on the barbecue, and then you've got your temperature probe because we're going to cook it to 55 degrees, which is perfect medium rare. Now you'll see that the salt has brought out moisture out of the steak, and that's why you season it a good 10-15 minutes before, because it starts bringing out the moisture, it's intensifying the flavor, it's giving the opportunity for the salt to get in to the really thick steak. And now it's time to drop it onto direct heat. Tip 5 is that you move the steak around on the griddle or in the pan every 30 seconds so you get an even caramelization. Those grill marks are just a complete waste of time. Once you've developed the crust on the outside of the first layer, flip it over and do exactly the same. Step 6 for nailing a T-bone is you've got to make sure that you don't overcook the fillet while you're concentrating on getting the sirloin just right. Once you've caramelized the outside of the steak, pull it away from the direct heat source, wrap the fillet in tin foil and let it cook in the residual heat to get it just right. Step 7 is there's only one way to cook a T-bone or a porterhouse, and that's medium rare. Yeah? So you want to hit 55 degrees temperature in your steak. Tip 8, let it chill out. You must rest your steak. If you don't and you cut it straight away, it will bleed out and then you'll be like, oh, it's tough. It's tough because you didn't chill. And tip 9, once it's rested and you've sliced it, put it on a tray in a super hot oven for 30 to 60 seconds to just bring it back to life. Come on, baby, out you come. You know, just look at that. What did we set out to achieve here? We set out to cook the fillet and the sirloin to perfection, so they're both medium rare. We wanted to get the right flavor, and I know that what some of you guys are thinking now, you've already put it in the comment boxes, oh, it's gonna be salty. Well, let's find out, right? That is butter. That is sensational. It's cooked to perfection. It melts in your mouth. It's got gnarliness on the outside. Most importantly, it's seasoned to perfection because it's been given the time to let the salt do its thing and get into the meat. That's the thing, right? You've got fillet that is medium rare. It's super tender. It's not been overcooked. It just falls apart in your hands. Look at that. It is sublime. So that's it, brothers and sisters. I'm back into a groove. You're getting a video once a week. Make sure you subscribe to the channel because I've got some heavyweight recipes coming your way and some of the best chefs from around the world to see how they cook. Increase the peace, spread the love.